under center, and how much do you think that could actually help your enhance execution in the red zone?
We've gone under center last year. I mean, we haven't done as many passes, from under center. I mean, if we have to do it this year, I mean, I don't see a big problem with it. We're just going underneath center, grabbing the ball from the center and dropping back this time. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing for me.
Could it help in the red zone, though? You think it could help your execution in the red zone in particular?
I think just executing in general, whether we're in the gun or under center, I mean, just executing the play the way it needs to be executed is the way we become successful in the red zone.
How different is having a taller option in the red zone? Now, everyone talks about having that taller receiver to go to in the red zone. Just how much does that actually help?
Well, I mean, it helps, when you have a receiver that can jump. I mean, whether they're tall or not, as long as they can go up and they're aggressive getting the ball, I mean, it really helps. So it's one of those things where you can place it anywhere, and I mean, they're gonna go get it. So
you lost Irv. He's kind of a guy that could do that last year. Just who do you see this year that could be that guy for you?
Well, it's kind of hard to compare. Irv was kind of like a slot kind of guy, but we needed him as a tight end. Irv kind of bulked up. I mean, he was just the man, last year. I mean, we have some guys. We have Major Tennyson. We have Miller Forrestall. We have Giles Amos. I mean, I know not too many of you guys know who these guys are, but I think they're going to be a big asset to us this upcoming year. So.
How important is the relationship between a quarterback and a center, and how's your relationship with Chris on and off the field?
I think it's good. I've said this before. When you build relationships with guys off the field, it transcends to on the field. So, I mean, there's been good occurrences where, I've kind of got in his face, he kind of got in my face. But, I mean, after all of that was said and done, when we come back to the sideline, it's, hey, how was this? Was this good? Was this good? And it's just a normal talk. But throughout the heat of the moment, I think that's when respect comes, and, I mean, you can only do that when you build relationships off the field. So transcends to on the field, and I think in life.
And when you get in each other's faces like that, what's that normally about? What are you talking about there?
Well, it depends. I mean, whether it's messing up the protection, trying to get the ball snapped quick, not getting, I guess, the calls to the line, in time. And if the coach ends up yelling at, him, they could get mad because I didn't do my job, and, just many things, a lot of occurrences.
You hear
that
about
can happen.
taking extra reps with a receiver. Do you do that with centers? Do you kind of take extra reps to get familiarity?
Nah, not really. We take, as quarterbacks, we have a quarterback center exchange before every practice, so we have the opportunity to get reps with Chris, then we have Emil, and then you just go down the line with all these other guys, so if one guy goes down, the next man up, just like that.
There's a stat out there where your completion percentage is 20% higher when you actually have less than 2.5 seconds to throw the ball versus having, more than 2.5 seconds. And is there an advantage to getting the ball out quickly in this particular offense, you think? And is that, you think, why the completion percentage is so substantially different?
I'm not too sure. I mean, you like to get the ball out quick if you can. I mean, I don't want to be taking hits anymore from these big guys, so, I mean, you'd like to get the ball out of your hands as quick as possible.
Sure.
But then, I mean, you got to think of it in a different perspective. If there's a guy wide open, there's someone about to hit you, I mean, you got to take the contact, you got to be courageous about it and make the throw, stand in the pocket and take it, I mean, it just really depends.
How did the scrimmage go for you in the offense?
How did it go?
Yeah.
I thought it went pretty well. I mean, there's always things that we can learn from, knowing situational awareness, I mean, understanding what to do while we're in the red zone, just little parts of the game that we can improve on, as well as our 2-minute drill. So,
Considering it was the first time you guys were all together, was there anything in particular, though, that you liked?
that I liked, I liked that it wasn't script. Practices are script, so I mean, I feel like the defense matches all our plays every time we go out there. So it's a little hard for us to get open, But come time to the scrimmage, I mean, there's no scripts. OC can call whatever, the DC can call whatever. So I mean, it's a lot better for us.
You've talked about the kind of transition to the full field reads this year. What's been the biggest learning curve there? Biggest just kind of thing you've had to adjust to, and how much can that you think that open up the offense for so many talented wide receivers?
Well, I mean, I like to say we did a lot of that with Coach Loxley, but Coach Loxley kind of tried to simplify it because we were pretty good at the RPO, and so we just kind of stuck with that. But I mean, it's no different from when I was in high school, working full progression read, and then I had the opportunity to go to the Elite 11, learn from those guys, and I mean, it just all transcends here.
How much quicker are you going through the progressions and just making decisions? I mean, I know that's an emphasis that Coach Saban seems to emphasize. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just taking what the defense gives me now. I mean, if they're going to give me the first read, I'm not going to pass it up. Never go broke taking a profit. So.
What can having 4 wide outs all on the field at the same time, what can that do for this offense in particular, knowing the talent you have there, and can it really open things up a little bit?
Oh, yeah, it definitely opens things up. I mean, when you have 4 fast guys out there, I mean, you have Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. I mean, these guys aren't going to play man. They're going to play zone. And if they play man against these guys, then we got to go out and torch the defense. And, I mean, they're going to play zone. It opens up a lot of the run game. Then when they end up stepping, into the box, I mean, then that's time for RPOs, play actions. It just opens up everything. So.
How much has Najee and Brian improved with blockers, being able to protect you out of the running back position?
Oh, they've improved a lot. I mean, it's been different because of the playing time that they've been given, but I think they've done a tremendous job.
You mentioned, I don't mean getting in face, but you seemed in the open practice, it looked to me like you were maybe taking more of a role in kind of getting people in the right place.
In the beginning of the practice?
I think the open practice they saw.
In the open,
yeah.
in that Saturday practice.
Talk about the leadership.
Not the scrimmage, but the other Saturday practice
Second.
that we got to watch.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Well, I mean, it was just the beginning of, kind of reinstalling everything, plays, formations. So you can't really expect guys to know what to do right away. I definitely think this is what camp is for, so when Saturday does come, like this past Saturday, I mean, that everyone was tuned in. So, I mean, it's always good to, help put everyone in the right place, telling them where to go, what to do, understanding why they got to do it, and making them know that that's going to be the reason as to why we're going to become successful as an offense.
We talked about the first question about this file compared to last file. Are you better at that now, do you think, a year later?
Can't really tell. Last fall, that was a ways back. So, I'm not too sure. Just looking at improving myself every day as best I can. Just always having a little whisper in the back of my head. Just gotta keep pushing, gotta keep fighting, and then just take what they give me, just play it a play at a time, just move forward.
Thanks to it.
Thank you.